Hello and welcome to another episode of One Fall WrestleCast live. Tom and I are here back with you on Wednesday. Got a lot to talk about. John Cena calls out CM Punk uh, for a trip to Saudi Arabia. Cannot wait for the main event this evening to discuss this particular topic with Tom. Liv Morgan out with a separated shoulder. See what that means. Asuka has made her long awaited return. And we've got just some other fun little things, including Dong. Dong. And rumor has it, the real American hero is on his deathbed. Lots to talk about. Catch you on the other side.
Welcome to the One Fall WrestleCast.
Because we the ones.
What's up, dude?
Not a whole lot. So, a whole lot. Going to Nowlands on Saturday morning at like 6 a.m. To go to a wedding on Sunday, and we'll be there till Tuesday.
Nice.
We'll get back Tuesday night.
Nice.
So it's we're off tomorrow because for Juneteenth, which is not I'm off tomorrow. I'm off. I was reminded. I'm special. Everybody else is not. I'm special. So I'll be off tomorrow. So I'm going to pack, get the house ready, all that jazz. And then, we leave bright and dark on Saturday night, and then spend a couple days in New Orleans. We got a couple things planned to do. We're going to probably try to make it over to a couple heavy metal bars out there that seem interesting. Never really been to a heavy metal bar, so that sounds like something I want to do. I might come back and be like, don't go to heavy metal bars. But I've been to, so as many more heavy metal shows than any other, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But
yeah.
Unless New Orleans, holy shit. So going to New Orleans, watched all the wrestling. AEW's not bad. It's just not good.
There's still a lot of chatter out there that AEW is just really making moves and really doing things and really starting to ramp up. And while I can see some of that, I don't know that praise is absolutely.
We're finally getting Omega versus Okada.
For another made-up championship, the Unified Championship.
Right.
TK must have been out of the angel powder.
But I mean, we're finally getting that, and I feel like, and maybe it's just like I feel like we're finally starting to get it since Kenny Omega's return. What he's been doing has been less stupid and better, and his spots have been picked a little better. It's been a little less cringy, a little more like, okay, this was what I sort of expected out of him initially 5 years ago. So that's good to see. I still don't understand the hype around Okada. He doesn't seem like anything. Not only does he not seem like anything special to me, he seems subpar. Even compared to the rest of the AEW roster, he doesn't seem as good as a lot of the other top kind of guys.
I mean, all I'm saying is I could definitely see Daniel Garcia being the unified champion.
I mean, maybe at some point.
Beating Okada for the unified championship.
I could see Daniel Garcia making me go to sleep just out of pure boredom because I still don't get it. I don't get Wheeler Yuta either, but clearly neither did Tony Khan anymore. So he's been relegated to the whatever fourth man and still in the Blackpool what are they now? The
Death
Riders.
Riders.
Yeah, the Blackpool Death Riders.
The Blackpool Death Riders. I'm fucking done with you.
Boy, has that run its course.
I mean, clearly it hasn't, because Moxley's still the champion, and despite
Will Ospreay thought it ran its course. Will Ospreay a couple weeks ago was like, "AEW sucks because you're our champion," and then his face immediately went, "Oh shit."
Yeah, probably shouldn't have said that. Probably shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that one. But I watched this week. It was all right. It was okay. I watched a lot of it on mute. I threw it on the screen and was playing games.
You're such a hater.
Look, man, these guys, I can't fucking take Excalibur. He doesn't shut up. Shivani's, he's so glad to be there, guys. You don't get Jim Ross anymore.
No, because Jim Ross has got cancer in all the extremities, and he's posting all about it on the Twix machine, and Ric Flair's telling him
I've got him blocked because he does not. It's just like
Ric Flair's telling him to
like no, Jim,
telling him to stop being an attention-seeking whore and maybe focus on his recovery. Isn't that the fucking pot calling the kettle black? I don't think we talked about that last week whenever we were together. Ric Flair fucking telling Jim Ross not to be attention-seeking on the internet. And then when the backlash was real, he was like, "I was just joking, man. Jim's my friend." And then a couple of days later, Rick posted a fucking picture of himself on Twitter, and he just looks like hell. He looks like he fell down the steps or some shit, because that's what old men who have bad hips do. And somebody retweeted it and was like, "Hey, man, you should probably just really focus on your recovery."
I mean, in all honesty, you know what? I hope Ric Flair goes out.
Woo!
I mean, he's almost 80 years old at this point. I just hope his star burns as bright until it burns out. I just hope that at this point, he's lived the Ric Flair life for almost 80 years. There's no good reason why he's still alive, if we're being honest.
He's died like 3 times.
I mean, there's no good reason that he's alive. So the fact that he is, I mean, I feel like every day left is just a party for Rick, and it should be, because once you're what is he, 76,
something like that,
77? I mean, once you hit that, just live your best life. You're good. You've made it.
Yeah, he's 76 exactly on the nose.
You are once you're over 75, you've made it. Just go. Do whatever feels good, whatever makes you happy. Do all of that your body will allow you to do. Rick's still kind of looking a little jacked, if we're being honest here. He's still hitting the gym clearly so he can go out and party later still, because he's not hitting the gym hopefully he's not hitting the gym for a wrestling debut somewhere. I mean, the guy's retired more than anybody I've ever met in my life. What has he had, 6 different retirement matches now?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, I don't think it's above Triple H to be like, come to Saudi Arabia. Who fucking cares?
Yeah, right.
Come on. Well, one more. Let's go. You versus The Undertaker.
Yeah. You're going to go one-on-one with The Undertaker, player?
How bad would that be?
Oh my goodness!
Neither of those guys can really take a bump.
Taker looks good, man.
He does.
I guess he had some heart problems after WrestleMania. He had to have some kind of emergency heart surgery after WrestleMania this past April. And I guess he's on the mend because WWE has picked up his podcast. They fired his buddy Matt, who helped get the podcast off the ground, and now Michelle McCool is the co-host.
Oh, yeah.
And it's no longer 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway. It is now WWE presents The Undertaker 6 Feet Under with Michelle McCool. So, as it were, WWE continues to just find all these different revenue streams and continue to just gouge us on ticket prices and there's a show July 31st in Pittsburgh.
There is.
And I don't know if you've looked at ticket prices.
The cheapest one, the worst tickets are $61.
Like what are we doing here, man?
I don't know. I feel like you and I went to a couple shows a few years ago where like $61 was like we were on like the ground, like we weren't.
Yeah, it was like section 114.
Yeah, we were like down.
Which is, if you're at a Penguins game, is the net that they defend twice. It's the corner on the net that they defend twice.
Yeah.
Which is, on the hard cam side, like it's opposite the hard cam side. But I mean, we were there like $60.
Yeah, because we could have gone for 20.
Yeah, but we
decided,
were like, hey, man.
We decided that, hey, for $60, look how much better our seats can be.
Yeah, and I think all in we were what, like 70, 75? I think we were all in 75 with fees and shit. That's not terrible. That's not a terrible way to spend $100. Like,
yeah, I could look back through my Venmo and I'm sure it's, but yeah, it was like
it's wild at this point the amount that the ticket prices for WWE has skyrocketed. And obviously AEW hasn't been around Pittsburgh since Dynamite 5, but even Dynamite when we were there, at the peak. They had the upper bowl, curtained off, but it was still a pretty full house. And I think we paid, what, $45 for those seats?
That sounds right, about 45. And we were like facing the entrance ramp because we had made the mistake a couple times of being somewhere where we could not see the Tron. So we were like,
yeah, but those
honestly, we had the best seats in the house.
Like, yeah, for sure. We were straight on the entrance ramp, like
straight on the entrance ramp. We were like right off, like 3 or 4 rows back from like that first barricade before you get down to like the floor. We had the best seats in the house, and yeah, I think you're right. I think we were 45. I think 45 was the ticket price. I think all in we were 60. We were 60 a person.
And it wasn't terrible. And then we met the nice lady at the grab and go beer stand, and
which was so close to us.
Yes, extremely. There was a bathroom right there. Like it was perfect. A very, very well spent $60.
Oh yeah, I have never regretted spending a single dollar to go see a pro wrestling event. Here in Pittsburgh, I feel like for the wrestling companies, I feel like they both understand Pittsburgh as sort of like not so much a sleeper wrestling town, but we're not like Chicago, right? But we're like it's like you got Chicago, you got like New York, Madison Square Garden, you got like your Buffalo, New Yorks, and your Los Angeles, but we're like the next tier down. We're like Pittsburgh is like we're the next tier down, and it's like okay, we got to get to Pittsburgh annually. I don't know why AEW hasn't. I feel like they've moved to smaller venues, and like they just don't have venues that size here to.
No, but I still think the Pete's a great venue for.
I think they should just go back to the Pete. I feel like they would be totally fine at the Pete, especially if they're going to wall off the top there.
I think we'll probably see them back for their annual October show. They're usually here twice a year, spring and fall. I bet they're back in Pittsburgh.
They didn't come this spring though. Maybe the fall. Maybe the fall will be back.
No, they didn't come this spring. Yeah, they did. No, they didn't. They didn't come.
No, there was no because we had talked about it. We'd have been like, let's go.
Yeah, we went October. That's right.
Yeah. So hopefully we're back in October. Hopefully they're back in October. I would like to see. I hope the product continues to progress. Maybe Mox will drop the All In is coming up. I feel like he's going to drop the title.
It's Saturday, right? Or Sunday?
Sunday. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to watch it because that's going to be like 9 hours of it's.
You'll watch it. You'll watch it on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Probably.
And while Tom brought New Orleans back up, we will not be doing a show next week. I will be on family vacation next week as well. So there will be no One Fall WrestleCast next week.
We probably won't be watching any wrestling either Friday through Monday we won't know what's going on. We know everything right now. We're going to have to take a week vacation and catch up. So we will be back sometime after we get back. Probably next week from Monday.
So, And speaking of the Undertaker, lots of rumors that the Undertaker's been heavily involved in WWE's creative process, and that may even be considering joining the creative team full time.
That guy has been bored as shit since retiring. And I'm just going to say that out loud because I don't know that we saw The Undertaker more than we've seen him like make appearances since. And like he was making a pretty good amount of appearances prior to his retirement. But since he's on WWE what next or whatever that is, whether it's like the
LFG.
LFG. That's what it is. The
Legends
game, Let's
Legend,
fucking go is what it is.
Legends
Legends and
and
Future Greats.
Future Greats, yeah.
Yeah. So like he's on there and he's like the main guy. Yeah. And he's always doing his podcast. They interview him constantly. Stephanie already interviewed him or is interviewing him for Stephanie's place. I mean, the guy pops up everywhere. I feel like we've seen Mark Calloway more since his retirement than we've seen Roman Reigns since The Undertaker's retirement. Which sucks because I like Roman Reigns a lot. I like The Undertaker, but I'd prefer to see Roman Reigns over The Undertaker in 2025.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin. Do you like The Undertaker's podcast?
Occasionally. Sometimes I find it painfully boring.
Like when he interviews President Donald Trump?
Yes, when he interviews the President of the United States.
Well, he was, to be fair, he wasn't the president whenever he was interviewed.
He was
President Trump was on the campaign trail.
Wasn't he?
And you were pretty butthurt too.
I was. Well, I don't like Donald Trump. I think that Donald Trump sucks. I think that his track record proves that I'm right. As we careen into what may or may not end up being World War III.
Yeah, but that's not really his fault.
Well, minus his stepping out of the Iran nuclear deal, which is what made all of this shit happen in 2018. So it's like it was his fault like 6 years ago, but now it's like coming to pass because that's how time and space works. But it's okay because you know what? He's 79 years old. He's gonna be dead soon. And the rest of us will be too. So you know what? Fuck it. Who cares?
Jesus Christ. So, yeah, I mean, I like the Undertaker's podcast, Pat. You know, I've when I used to have a commute, I would find myself listening to it quite frequently. And now that I have no commute, I don't even talk to you. So, you know, my lifestyle is much different these days. But
we need to like have a little get together, I believe, once we're all back from vacation and such. Once we're in the dog days of summer, we need to hit up a something somewhere.
Why is she hollering?
Oh, we gotta have a challenge as to who can make the best cheeseburger.
I mean, did you just challenge two fat guys to make the best cheeseburger?
Oh, it's gonna be more than you. I'm bringing my chef friend.
Oh, Lindsay's coming. Lindsay's probably gonna beat us all, honestly. But also, yeah, Walt's my chef friend. You forget.
Yeah, my money's on Lindsay.
Walt's making a face at you like he don't know how to make a burger. Like this man's gonna show up and like kill and mince a rabbit and put it into the burger and call it the Easter burger.
I'm insulted right now.
I mean, does this just mean we all get a lot of good cheeseburgers?
Yeah, it's really what it sounds like.
No, we just make the correct size cheeseburger and we cut it. It's fine. That's how that works. Everybody gets.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin. I'm the greatest grill cook of all time.
Pat's the greatest grill cook of all time. We talking flat top, we talking grill, like
or both. I mean, you know, where we come from, both of those tools are at our disposal.
I mean, Pat's certainly invited. Pat's coming. Like Pat's got to be on. Derek's allowed to come too. I don't know that he's allowed to cook.
Who?
Derek? Who? Who's Derek? What? Anyway.
Derek,
So-
I knew you're out. Hey, how about the 3:30 drop in the group message the other night?
yeah. He wished us all happy Father's Day.
Yeah. By the way, happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. Hope you had the most incredible day of cooking everybody else's food and not having the ability to relax and enjoy your day of greatness.
I
You
went and
old-
hung out with my dad.
You old legend, you.
I went and hung out with my dad. Is what
I bet you that was really cool.
hang out with my dad. I mean, it's always really cool to hang out with my dad, but that's what I did on Father's Day. As I hung out with my dad, my mom made some ravioli. Well, she made some sauce and some meatballs and stuff, and she boiled some ravioli, which is very good. And yeah, so some ravioli, had some sauce and meatballs. Thanks, Mom. Love ya. I did not. My mother did not cook on Mother. She did not cook for me anyway on Mother's Day. Yeah, it's
Just saying. So circling back, what do you think the Undertaker's impact on WWE creative could potentially be?
I think they will have him book the big men. If I'm being honest, I think we're going to see some Omos because I know the Undertaker's a big fan of Omos.
Yeah, and they just re-signed him to an extension that
They did.
but we've not seen him since he signed the contract, even though he was doing some solid work over in New Japan. IWC's been extremely critical of those decisions.
I think we're going to see Omos show up in a big way probably around or after SummerSlam. Like he's just going to show up in Wreck House or something on like Raw after SummerSlam or something like that. He's too much of an attraction to let go, but I think there was just too much going on. There's a lot of noise right now, right? So you had all the Cody stuff, and then it ran into the John Cena retirement tour. And you know, we got fucking like Goldberg's trying to do his retirement match. So it's
Goldberg. Did you see
and
Goldberg blow his knees out getting out of the ring on Monday?
Kinda, yeah. I'm worried I'm worried that's all over it. I was like, when I saw that happen, I was like, well, maybe not. Because like he's gotten hurt like 4 times, like on this like working out to come back and be in this match thing. I am not to derail the Undertaker conversation because maybe Undertaker's going to book this Goldberg versus Gunther match, and maybe
Gunther.
But I am not like so. Remember when Gunther was like feuding with Pat McAfee, and we were like, this has to be something more because like, what else could happen here? And then it wasn't, and like he just slapped Pat around for way too long, and it was like, what are we even doing here, guys? Like, what are we even doing here? And then like, I feel like Goldberg was supposed to show up there.
Well, I mean, we talked about it. You could see that Gunther clearly mouths to the ref, says to the ref, "Hey, I'm waiting for Bill."
Yeah, like so it was clear at some point Goldberg was supposed to be there. That clearly fell through prior to that. We saw it this Monday. Finally, 2.5 months later, finally Goldberg shows back up. I wouldn't hate if The Undertaker had some input into whatever's going to happen there. Hopefully, whatever that input is like, hey, Bill, don't hurt yourself before you go to the ring. And don't hurt yourself in the ring. Like, let's just not. So that corner spear spot, that's not working for me, brother. And let's just get this clean. Let's make this as not stupid as humanly possible. We got 5 minutes of in-ring. Let's go for 5 minutes and not make it suck balls like that 8 minutes you did with Steven Regal 30 years ago. 5 minutes. Can he do it? Gunther could go 40, 50 if he needed to. Just need 5. Need 5 out of Bill. I hope that works out. I feel like that's a good place for Saturday night's main event. That's a good 5-minute match on Saturday night's main event.
5-minute match. You think that's all it's going to be?
Well, I mean, with entrances, I'm sure we'll get around 12, 15
Everybody
minutes.
thinks Gunther's going to drop the belt to Goldberg.
I would throw up if that happened. I don't think that happens. I think that Gunther gets speared and kicks out of it. I think Goldberg tries to put him up for a jackhammer and can't. And I think that, Goldberg maybe takes a power bomb, maybe gets choked out. I don't know. Gunther has to come out of this looking strong. He does, because he came out of the Pat McAfee thing looking weak. Got to come out of this looking strong. I know Triple H understands that. I'm sure The Undertaker understands that if he's the one who's booking this match. That's just how it's got to be. And if it's not that way, and if we're dragging this on to mean that I have to see Goldberg again,
Goldberg.
That's gonna be a lot of heavy criticism. But I'm hoping they're just here to do the right thing. Yes, it's a spectacle. Yes, Goldberg is, according to him, owed a retirement match.
Yeah. I guess Vinnie Mac promised him a retirement match.
And, good on Triple H for honoring that.
I mean, is it though?
No, but I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be optimistic for what might. So, remember that weird little Goldberg title reign where everybody kind of ended up looking way better than they did before?
When he beat Kevin Owens?
Right. Well, except for Kevin Owens. But no, remember when he beat Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
And then Brock Lesnar came back and beat him, and everybody was and then that really made Brock the guy, the final boss, right? That made Brock it took Brock from this weird transitional
How dare you
guy to the final boss of WWE, and he beat Bray Wyatt, which was terrible. And it all went bad after that. They tried to do the same thing. So I don't think they're going to do the same thing this time. I think they're going to have Bill go out on his back because this is it, right? He's gotten hurt too many times.
Allegedly.
I mean, he say it? I mean, unless they're working us all. But still, he's 54 years old?
Yes.
Unless they're working us all. We're on the John Cena retirement tour. John Cena's only 47. John Cena's only 7 years older than you and I. So, I don't know, man.
Because you can't see me.
Is it just me, or did John Cena shrink?
A little bit. He got hair plugs, and then his body shrunk.
Well, he's not even as tall. He doesn't seem as tall even as he used to be.
He's just not larger than life anymore,
He's about life size.
Yeah.
He's human sized again.
Yeah, he's fun sized now.
He's human sized. And you stand him up and you're like, oh, he's a 6'1" normal sized guy who is ripped. To be fair, it'd be nice to be ripped like that ever, but 47 or 40 really. But no, not even. We're not even.
Yeah, I'm fucking jacked up.
I mean, you're a strong guy. I'm not
on
gonna,
pizza and chicken wings.
Well, I'm not gonna say you're not a strong guy. I mean, I don't think you could hoist me over your head, but Cena picked up the Big Show at his biggest.
Yeah.
Cena picked up a 500-pound Big Show.
Yeah.
Just picked the motherfucker up, put him on his shoulders.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin. I was ripped like John Cena at 19 years old. What, ripped your pants at 19 years old like John Cena?
Jesus. Let's be nice to Pat.
Why? He always takes your side. Like I don't.
I was
He's
also
hashtag Team Tom. Like I don't know what.
I was also ripped at 19,
What, like a cannoli?
like a delicious cannoli, rippled like a cannoli at 19.
Fucking old hashtag Team Tom over there. Fucking friend of the show, Pat Martin.
No, I was ripped at 19 because your uncle made me run like 300 miles and then sit the bench.
Well, I mean, not everybody can be Michael Jordan, bro. You know.
Not if I ran harder.
Some people had to be fucking Bill Worthington. Yeah, I mean,
I thought if I ran harder, I'd get to play the game. Apparently, all I did was run more. Guess that worked out. No, I don't know that it did. My fucking knees hurt now from that. And my ankles. My ankles are shit. Chip chopped ham. Isley's.
Isley's chip chopped ham. Okay. I had a 4-pack with the mini keg on the bottom. Friend of the show, Pat Martin.
I mean,
I do enjoy a 4-pack of seltzers from time to time.
I was gonna say, who doesn't love a pony keg?
Hey man, if you're here hanging out with us, man, we appreciate you. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. We would greatly appreciate it. Moving on, unfortunate little accident this Monday, which has the perceived main event of the women's Evolution match, or Evolution Premium Live event between Liv Morgan and Nikki Bella in question. Liv Morgan seems to have dislocated her shoulder on a drop toe hold of all things. And
she went to catch herself and her shoulder went, nuh-uh. It just fucking blip. And like her face kind of hit the ground and she went, oh fuck. And immediately rolled out of the ring, grabbed her shoulder, looked at the ref and did this. It wasn't as egregious looking as when Zoe Stark jumped and like her knee just went, nope, yoink, and like everybody sat down. It wasn't that egregious, but like it was the first move of the match.
T's and P's to Liv Morgan. I mean, obviously she's one of the biggest stars in the WWE Women's Division at this point in time, at least from a quote unquote sports entertainment aspect. But lots of talented women in the WWE locker room right now. Obviously, we've not seen Jordan Grace in some time.
She was on NXT this week.
Oh, was she? Oh,
yeah.
I haven't.
She's still been on NXT.
Well, that's good. So maybe they're dragging their feet on.
They're holding her. They're holding out on her. Yeah. Now with Liv down, is she not the next most, or do they give that to Julia? Because Julia is also a heel at the moment, and they've already got her up there, and they're not really doing that. She doesn't really seem to have a spot at the moment just yet, so maybe they do it with Julia.
Well, I mean, she's challenging Selena Vega for she's the main piece of that pie. Thank goodness. Hopefully we can get out from underneath of this hot fucking mess express. But Chelsea Green's still clearly very much in that picture. But at the end of the day, part of me really, really hopes that WWE is just like, well, Nikki, we tried. And like, we really don't want you to get in the ring with anybody else. So here's your paycheck. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you never again.
Yeah,
that's really what I'd like to see happen. But I imagine that they're going to pivot, and it'll probably end up being some sort of legend versus legend. Maybe they'll bring Trish in to take on a little Nikki Bella action, or maybe Alita, or maybe they'll feed her to Charlotte. Or what would be my personal best is to just watch fucking Nia Jax just annihilate the ever-loving fuck out of Nikki Bella 6'7", 33 times.
So I was on board when you were like, maybe they'll feed her to Charlotte. I was on board with that, and then you said they'd let Nia annihilate her, and I was like, oh, that's better. Honestly, so that's I hadn't thought about it like that before, but that's now my 1 and 2. Yes to Nia annihilating her. Yes to her just being fed to Charlotte. Either way.
You know, I just at this point, and I think that I've repeated this ad nauseum. It's like I don't care. I'm sorry, you know, and I'm not. I don't believe myself to be a very grudgy human being. I have a grudge with exactly one human on this planet, and
That's it.
you know, I'm just never gonna let that one go. But this whole Nikki Bella thing, bro, it's like you just sit on the sidelines and you just talk shit about the company that gave you everything that you could ever want. Your own reality shows, plural, shows, provided you with your first fiance in John Cena, provided you with millions and millions of doll hairs in your bank account.
Dollars in which otherwise weren't available to her and people of her. Because remember, this is pre-Kardashians.
Yeah, she was a soccer player. Her and her, they were soccer players. The Bella twins, soccer players.
Pre-online like pay site stuff. This is like the only way to make money is television and or reality television. So you got like, I can be an actor and be on actual acting things, or I can be a reality show star. And she was a pro wrestler and got to perform in arenas.
So she was both.
But then she also got, after all of that worked out, then she got a show on E, which is where everybody's reality shit was. Like, it was E and MTV that like sparked all that stuff. And they're all under Viacom anyway. But it was like, oh, well, she's not in Jersey Shore and she can't be on, she's not the Miz, she's not on Road Rules, but Jesus. And yeah, no, you're right. It was like they gave her everything, especially of the time. It's like, I feel like the time in which we live right now, where you can like sort of become a social media megastar on your own without E or without, you know, being a Kardashian or being anything like that. You could just kind of do it on your own and within social. That didn't exist at that point in time. And she was given that purely through WWE. And yeah, then she shat on it every time they were like, we're good, please go away, in ways that like her predecessors and those who came after her did not, which is also something that's very important to point out, is that like, you know, you had your Attitude Era women who went on to, you know, just kind of distance themselves from the business because of the state of that. And, you know, after that, like, we got to do better. Okay, we got to do better. And, you know, they brought in, you know, your Trishas, your Litas, your Chynas, your stuff like that. Chyna obviously, unfortunately, left us very early, but you know, a Hall of Famer nonetheless. But like, it seemed like every minor infraction was to her, even not even minor, just like, how dare you not treat me like royalty?
But hurt Nikki Bella, all she ever wants to do is get fucking paid. Friend of the show, Pat Martin. I never thought I would say this, but Charlotte and Becky, Nikki Bella should retire. The new young girls are way better.
So I'm going to disagree on the Becky front. Charlotte's not been good since she got
That's
back.
not gonna work for me, brother.
You know, I mean, she lost like most of her matches over the last, like, since she came back.
She gonna lose to Bailey too.
She is, and
She
I
should.
think I'm so excited that it's it's her and Bailey.
I'm
Like-
so excited that Bailey's back. You know,
Right?
she come out for a little in-ring promo on Monday and just, you know, brought me my special present. And it just followed her to the ring. And then it's just, you know.
Follow her to the ring.
And then she said, "Ding dong." I was so excited.
Ding dong hello Becky or ding dong hello Bailey is my favorite Bailey.
Drunk Aunt Bailey.
Yeah, that's my favorite Bailey. Let's just do that. Let's go. I know they don't really do like the best show in wrestling, Kevin Owens show. You know, ding dong hello.
T's and P's to Kevin Owens. Hopefully you're healing well.
He's been going to he went to hockey playoff games. He was there. People had pictures with him at playoff games all over the internet. He's getting around. He just isn't like he had surgery. He's not cleared to wrestle, but he can go to playoff games. So good for him. That's what I hope he's doing. Look, the man loves wrestling and the man loves hockey. He can't wrestle right now on account of said back surgery. So I hope he goes to hockey. Huh?
Well, nobody's going to hockey anymore because the Stanley Cup final is over.
The final's over, yes. But
Florida Panthers have won 4-2, beating the Edmonton Oilers, who would be Kevin Owens' team because he's from Edmonton,
Alberta, Canada. Yeah, he is. But he was at playoffs games.
Or he's from Quebec, maybe. I don't remember.
He's Canadian, so obviously he's like rooting for Edmonton. And he was at those games.
Yeah, but he also lives in Florida, so maybe.
Right, yes.
Maybe he's a Florida Panthers fan, and we just don't know it.
He's honestly.
I don't know what that's all about, but
he probably has a Florida Panthers package. I don't know that he would buy season tickets, but I'm sure he's a package holder because he's generally
he's a package holder too. Friend of the show, Pat Martin. I'm with Walt on this one. Bailey, you think Bailey could pull off the Yokozuna butt slam as her new finisher? Walt, you can be the test dummy. I would absolutely volunteer to be the test dummy. However, my other favorite ass, Nia Jax, uses the Yokozuna.
She does. She calls it the Annihilator.
Right. And that's her, that's family heirloom there.
It is.
Yeah. So, but yes, I would sign me up, please. Sign me up. She could be the snack and Nia could be the whole fucking dinner. I'm here for it. Or I could
take them all.
I could have dinner and then dessert. You know what I mean?
Nobody needs to even. Don't even pull your punches. Don't try to not hurt him.
Yeah, no, I'm into it. I'm here for it.
Give me a full on right there.
Yeah,
he's dead. You'll be in Valhalla.
Yeah. I'm great. That would be a very honorable death. I would definitely feel that I've gone out on my shield after that. Now that I've officially objectified the fine entertainers of WWE, the women's locker room, not so friend of the show, Bubba the Love Sponge, has been quoted in saying that Hulk Hogan's on his deathbed after complications from neck surgery.
Which was immediately debunked.
Was it?
Immediately.
Oh. Well,
before we got on, I was looking and Fightful was like, nah, he's fine. It's more neck and back shit. He's already up moving around.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
I would really hate for you to not have somebody to be mad at,
Yeah, right? If he died, not for on air, not for right now, but if he died, it would be the on-air equivalent of something else that actually happened to me that is fucking angry is all it is. It's just a angry, like there was like a spark like from the Transformers movies, like the all spark, like that.
Ah,
Yes.
ah. I see.
But no, he's fine.
Ah,
Unfortunately, for people alive, he's fine.
ah.
But also, semi-fortunately for Hulk Hogan haters who want to continue to hate on Hulk Hogan, such as myself, he is alive.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, it came crashing down and it hurts inside of Hulk Hogan, who had to have more surgery because it
When
hurts
it
inside.
comes crashing down, it hurts inside.
You have a beautiful singing voice. Has anybody ever told you that?
No. Usually people just tell me to shut the fuck up. So there's
Beautiful, just beautiful.
there's that. You know who else has been talked about recently? To circle back and talk about Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
It doesn't really narrow it down that much. Corey
Britt
Graves.
Somebody who shall remain nameless because he just spews bullshit out of his fucking left ear has insinuated recently that Britt Baker has been in constant contact with WWE, just awaiting her AEW contract to expire so that she can come to WWE. But Fightful also debunked that, saying that Britt Baker is signed with AEW until mid-2026, and that Britt Baker has had no contact nor conversation with WWE.
Oh, who could that have been? What non-insider could that have been?
His name is Jonathan Coachman.
Oh, right, the coach. Yes, him. So there are two sewer streams of bullshit in the. Well, there's more than that, but there's two like big sewer pipelines of bullshit. One of them is Jonathan Coachman, who I'm pretty sure has said things that have been debunked immediately. Basically, in every time he said things in the last like 6 months to a year, and then also Vince Russo, who also doesn't know shit about fuck. So
let me tell you something, bro.
Triple H, bro, is on his way out, bro.
The Rock is about to take over creative, bro.
It's gonna happen, bro.
The Rock is the Rock, bro.
I'm telling you.
Triple H doesn't know how to book a show, bro. The Rock.
Wait till Monday. The Rock's just gonna come out and take over, bro.
You're gonna come out to the ring just like I did in WCW, bro, and say, Triple H, bro, you're terrible at your job, bro. I'm taking over, bro. You're an abomination to professional wrestling, bro.
Bro.
That guy's a turd, too. Listen, as much as I'd like to see Britt Baker in WWE, it's just like there really continues to just week after week feel like there's nothing that Coach is not willing to talk shit about.
It just seems to me that like Coach has no insider information, so he's just making it up. Like he's just like we're going to talk about this week. Hey, was Britt Baker on this week? No. Hey, can I just say she's going to WWE? Does that make a good show? Is this going to be a good show? Can I do that?
Per my sources.
I'm going to say sources. I'm just going to say my sources say. It's nonsense. It's fucking nonsense. So his source is, trust me, bro.
I'll poop my pants.
Oh, don't poop your pants.
Oh. I'll poop my pants.
Just hope that's not really what's happening.
Oh man. Whew.
Anyway, no, Britt Baker is not because like that's a big deal, right? If Britt Baker comes to WWE, I don't think that's going to happen. I think
Really?
Tony's still selling DMD merch, and I think Britt Baker's paychecks are the same size, and she just gets to go be a dentist, but also get a
A royalty check every week.
yeah, and $1 million contract on top of being a dentist,
Bro.
That's I'm sorry she and Adam Cole broke up. He shows up sometimes on Wednesdays and has a title in his hands and does honestly not as interesting stuff. Like that's honestly one of the most disappointing aspects of AEW is that like guys who I used to like Adam Cole, right? And Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, guys who were like
Bobby Fish. You didn't say Bobby Fish. Oh, that's
great.
great.
I mean, Bobby Fish is like 150 years old now.
That's not very nice of you.
I mean, he's what, 51?
That's not very nice of you.
Anyway, he doesn't work for.
How dare you age shame somebody?
He doesn't work for AEW.
You just like we're sucking on the teat of Ric Flair having one last match at 76 years old. He's 48, bro.
Oh, okay.
I mean, John Cena's 47, bro.
Yeah, bro.
AJ Styles is 47, bro.
Ron Killings is 54.
Ron Killings is 54, bro. Don't be disrespectful to Bobby Fish.
Okay, but he doesn't work for.
Well, yeah, because he was targeted. It was targeted bullying by Tony Khan because he wouldn't pick up the tutor.
Even you don't believe that.
Wouldn't pick up the tutor and blow the line. Tony Khan handed him a rolled up 100 and was like, "You want to keep your job, buddy? Huh? You want to be undisputed? You want to keep your job, buddy? Here you go. Take the tutor. Just put it in your nose."
I'm impressed that you just had a dollar bill somewhere because I don't.
That's a $100 bill. I'm Tony Khan.
You had a $100 bill?
Yeah. I'm rich, bitch.
What do you just keep that in your wallet just in case?
Yeah.
Somebody makes sure.
Yeah.
You have a $100 bill.
In case I got to do some cocaine.
Oh.
Can't be doing cocaine with a $1 bill. Like, you just look poor. Cocaine is a rich man's drug.
It's fair. It's fair. I'm not a rich man.
Neither am I. That's why I don't do cocaine.
Yeah, me neither.
So there's that.
Unless somebody hands you a $100 bill. Honestly, if somebody handed me a rolled up $100 bill, I'd probably just run.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't run. But you're not going to outrun somebody that's high on cocaine, bro.
That's fair. I would not. Honestly, I'm probably not going to outrun somebody who's not high on cocaine. If we're being fair, it's me and running is not. I'll make it 20 feet or so and go. It's been a long time. Breathe that like that. Breathe.
Why are people bothering me?
I mean, you seem nicely botherable. Maybe I think that's part of the problem. Hey, did we talk about R-Truth being re-signed?
No, we did not. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we talked, but we didn't talk about the fact that he's going to have a match with another match with John Cena, and the fact that the world believes that R-Truth is going to beat John Cena and become the WWE Undisputed Champion.
That's not even going to have a finish. It's not even going to have a finish.
Oh, I mean, not this time, because this is another non-title affair, good sir. But I'm just saying, there is a segment of the IWC that believes that Triple H has the balls to put the world title on R-Truth.
He doesn't.
But what if he does?
TKO doesn't. And they'll just be like, no.
TKO's got enough money.
Apparently not.
I mean, fuck no, they're charging us fucking $70 for fucking nosebleeds at PPG Paints.
Apparently they don't have enough money because they want the rest of ours.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
So there's that.
But to be fair, they'll charge us $70 and they'll be like, but John Cena's gonna be there. And be like, is that him? Can you say? Is that him? I can't buy milk for my children now.
Oh, people are annoying.
What else we got? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm completely blacked out right now.
Are we plumb out of shit to talk about?
I mean, no, I just had a rolled up dollar bill in my nose, and now I'm high on Tony Khan's secret stash. I'm completely just blacked out drunk, high on, fresh snowfall. And I mean, I don't think that we're ready to talk about that quite yet. I mean, we're not even an hour in. It's like we stayed on task for once, and I just don't really know what to do about any of this, So I'm just going to continue to sit here and stall while I, we talked about that too, man. Oh, okay. Here's one for you. Mariah May officially signs her NXT contract.
Yes.
But I'm sorry. Blake Monroe.
I was going to say, that's not her name anymore. I don't know how I feel about the name change.
Yeah, that's a porn star's name. You know that, right?
Yeah, I mean, no.
Yeah, well, you do now.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
What is... Please, I don't objectify to such.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's not pretend like Mariah May wasn't also, but
okay. Well, that's
it's a deep cut. But anyway, so no, her debut is, I mean, they made it a big deal. I'm not sure that makes it on TV though. A lot like, so the Mandy Rose stuff, right? Like let's like kind of toss it back to that. We're really pushing that line that like just doesn't seem to make it anymore. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No.
Like it's so the line is like Liv Morgan, right? And that in all intents and purposes is pretty tame. It's very maybe PG-13, right?
I'd say it's more like PG-12.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
Unless she's got like the zipper on her gear, in the which we see from time to time.
But still, it's very PG-13. And it like that's not really.
I'll tell you what's not PG-13 is Naomi's assets in those one-piece jumpsuit things that she's been wearing.
Well,
That thing's like a fucking table.
if you follow her on Twitter, apparently only Big Jim knows that.
Yeah. No.
No
yeet. No.
yeet.
Do you see these things right here?
No yeet.
Do you see these things?
Yeah.
Those are called eyes.
Mm.
And what we do with those is, okay.
I'm sorry, they're so blue they're intoxicating.
You face things, all right, and these little they go they filter light. Your brain goes, and then it spits out an image. And I have those things, and I can see that I have ocular proof that Big Jim is not the only one that understands that.
I don't know. I really appreciate Naomi's new character a lot. Yeah. Like, I think it's...
I mean, she can ditch the proceed with caution punchline thing. It's a little corny, but
it's a little corny, but
you know, it's not nearly as corny as bring it to the flow. In the techno fucking nightmare that's been the last 14 years of her career.
Holy shit.
Everybody
got new music. Not her.
Bring it to the flow. I'm gonna hurt myself.
I might have already.
Ah, bless America.
God bless it. Yeah.
We're busy now. Whew.
So her winning Money in the Bank, I feel like, has been already better. It's just, I hope something good comes out of this. Like something good, something like solid, because like it's like she's been saddled with 14 years of nonsense and not, oh, come on, sis, let's be friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, let's never again. The cringy cackle shit is proceed with caution. Like, let's not.
Bring it to the flow.
Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Proceed with glow. Ha ha.
I mean, that's probably upon her babyface turn. We've not seen Bianca?
No. She broke her finger or some shit.
Well, it's it's this whole thing, this part here.
Suck it up. Fucking soft. SAWFT. Soft.
Big Bill's doing good shit on Wednesday.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's better than generally what comes before or after him.
Ooh, speaking of Big Bill, this made me remember. Jericho's AEW contract is allegedly coming up at the end of 25, and he has recently stated that he might be winding down. What do you think the chances are he makes a quick WWE run and calls it a career?
Well, if that involves like 2 appearances and a Hall of Fame induction, that feels like it makes sense, right? Because like He's got the Fozzy stuff, which he could do now and make a lot of money because concert tickets are stupid. And he could open up for whatever, Judas Priest, Iron Maiden. Like, he could be playing arenas. I mean, he'd be playing.
I become, man.
He could be doing that. I mean, it would be at 6 p.m. Like, he'd be the first one.
Wow.
But, like,
Hater.
fucking, he's old. Like, he'd have to go home, and then, like, Iron Maiden would play for 2 hours. Like, that would be. I would go see Fozzy and Iron Maiden.
Certified hater.
So yeah, 2 dates, one in February, one in March, and then gets a Hall of Fame.
Hey, baby.
Gets a little segment with Kevin Owens. Kevin tells him he's still on the list. Jericho takes a stunner. Jericho'd love to take a stunner.
There you go. Trips, book it.
It's easy. It's 3 minutes of television time.
Oh my God, you're relegating him to fucking 3 minutes. I mean,
Yes.
even Nikki Bella got 10 to ramble about whatever the fuck it was she was talking
Let Chris
about.
Jericho ramble. You can just be like, I'm the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Hell, put the belt on Kevin Owens. Will he be back?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. If Kevin Owens can come back, put the Intercontinental Champion on Kevin Owens, have Kevin Owens come out and be like, Chris, you're too old. You can't challenge for this title. Let Chris say something funny. Kevin say something funny. Kevin Owens give Chris Jericho a stunner. That's great.
That's good shit, pal.
Good shit, pal. You let Austin Theory lick him or something, sometime in March, and then induct him in the Hall of Fame.
Licking? Why is he licking him? That seems awfully specific and strange. Whatever you do inside the privacy of your own home is none of our business, sir. Okay, I
draw pictures of Austin Theory licking
sexual deviation that just occurs there. I just don't understand.
You wish you understood.
I don't. I don't at all. Moving on. Friend of the show, Pat Martin, has a great question. He says, what do you think the plan for LA Knight? What the plan is for LA Knight? Yeah.
LA Knight's 45 years old. I think the plan is to let him challenge for a heavyweight championship maybe one more time. Maybe let him hold like a U.S. title or an Intercontinental title one more time. And then let the guy fade into creative or some kind of backstage booker or something like that.
Wow. You're salty as fuck today. You are like hater to the max today.
I just don't
like. What's next? Are you like already booking your bed at the fucking local retirement home? Like, huh? With sponge baths and fucking catheters and the whole nine? Like, you're talking about guys that are only a few years older than we are. And I mean, yeah, I wake up every day. I'm a little. I feel a little bit of pain. You know,
look, a sponge bath and a catheter sounds like a pretty good Saturday to me.
Okay. Listen, we've already had our conversations today about the things that you do in the privacy of your own home. All right, I don't need to hear about your catheter kink over there. Like that's too much.
Make sure you rip it out like it's a.
Oh my God!
Like it's a ripcord on a lawnmower.
Ripcord on a lawnmower. Goodness gracious. You know what really like, for whatever reason I can see the reflection of it in my camera. It's right here. Okay. This is do you remember the argument bottle?
Uh-huh.
It's right here.
Oh.
And it still has argument whiskey in it.
Oh.
Because I haven't been able to pick a fight between you and Derek and sit back and drink from the argument bottle in like 2.5 years.
Who?
Derek.
No. Who? Who's that?
You know that Derek is a real boy.
I know. I miss him.
I miss him too.
You know, and this big, this little guy.
He's just a little guy. Oh, well, I feel like the time has come. I can't believe you don't like LA Knights.
I don't see a future. I don't see where it goes.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin, says, let me talk to you.
Look, his promos are great. His time in the ring is fine. It's just we're getting there. Like how much more can we do, really? Like how much more can we do? It doesn't make sense. Anyway, you were saying something?
I was just saying that you're a hater.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're a D1 hater, as the kids say these days.
I got a D1.
Okay. That's now 3 times it's inappropriate at this point. This is a TV this is a TV 13 or whatever the fucking rating is. It's just ridiculous at this point.
We're on Disney Plus. Damn it.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin, says, WTF, Tom. How can I be on Team Tom after this?
After being like, okay, LA Knights at the end of his run, that's what's going to throw you off Team Tom? LA Knights, 45 years old, and like, yeah, probably winding it down.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin, says his finisher is almost as good as the Diamond Cutter.
I mean, bang. I don't hate the BFT. I feel like everybody else hates on the BFT, but like,
I like the BFT. I think it's dope.
I think it's cool because like it's not a stunner, but like it's almost a stunner, but it's really not because like he's way out here. It's a very like head. It's so like it's weird, but it always works. What a cool idea. But that being said, no, I don't see LA Knight having some spike in where he is now. I think that like he is where he's going to be until he retires, similar to AJ Styles. It is what it is. They're in that like upper mid card picture where, they could pick up the mid card title at any time. They'll challenge for the world title and lose in like February. That's what it is. Okay.
Well, apparently, Pat, friend of the show, Pat Martin, says, I'm 45, Tom. Well, apparently, Pat, Tom has booked us all the catheter suites at the downtown Pittsburgh nursing home, the old gig and pool.
Yeah.
Like
a lawnmower.
It's just I don't know what to do with him right now, Pat. I agree with you. And I'm actually quite shocked that you're not on Team Tom on this like you are every other ridiculous thing that he says. So you reap what you sow here, buddy. And I don't know what to tell you at this point. I'm just glad that you have finally seen things my way for once. And it serves you right. That's really all that it comes to. When you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, especially whenever you're hashtag Team Tom.
Still my heart.
April.
Oh, here we go.
Bring me my passport, please. It seems as if Jonathan has challenged me to a World Wrestling Entertainment Championship match. And I'm going to make some blood money. You know what I love about this?
Suck a blood money soaked dick.
You know what I love about this?
What?
What I really love about this is how John Cena dropped that this was going to happen. Oh, you want a world title match? I'll give you a world title match. You're going to have to follow me to fucking Saudi Arabia, though.
It was when he said that, I went, okay. So the thing about John Cena's Unseen 17 is that he is purely playing to the long time marks, right? Like he is purely playing to the guys who were never on his side. Like hated all of it. Cena sucks. You can't wrestle. Like for 15 years. And then he turned heel, like all those guys said. And he's like, and I'm going to ruin wrestling. And people are like, he's ruining wrestling. And we're like, but he said that. He was going to do that. But he's ruining actual wrestling. Like, yeah. And then, like, God, he's done, like, this is like one of the most, like, this is like 3D chess. Like, oh my God, suck a blood money soaked dick, CM Punk says to, what did he say, The Miz?
Yes, I think so. I believe so.
Like, suck a blood money soaked dick. This was like 4 years ago or something like that. And now John Cena's like, you have to follow me. Like, you want to talk about long-term storytelling? Like, this is long-term wrestling fan story. This is like, I don't know whether to shit or wind my watch. It's unbelievable.
Shit or wind my watch.
Isn't that the Jim Cornette? Anyway,
I can't with you sometimes, you know.
So, no, it's I mean, in storyline, in kayfabe, this is. I mean, I don't know. How do you even at this point? And like maybe
I guess you just lol. See, I'm hip. I'm cool.
So cool. Oh my God.
Yeah.
But no, I liked it. I'm still not gonna watch Blood Money.
Oh my God, dude, we have to really do this again. Like, why do we continue? You're gonna watch it the next day. Like, why?
Yeah.
You'll probably watch it that night after you put the kids to bed. You probably sit down.
Yeah, I'll put it on at
pour
7
yourself
p.m.
a glass of nice, crisp Bordeaux wine.
I'm not really a wine guy.
And swirl your cup, taking in the sweet aromatics of the grapes. And then sit down and say, Ashley, hand me my blood money remote, please. It's okay because now it's a replay. You know what the best part about all this is? Come Blood Money weekend, I'm going to get to see 2 hypocrites.
CM Punk.
CM Punk and Master of Thomas.
I'll watch it.
You already paid for it.
I know.
Like the Saudi prince already has your money.
So here's the thing, though, is like I pay for Instacart, so I don't like I just get it through that. Like obviously I'm paying for it. No, I know, I know, I know.
No,
Okay.
we're not doing this. I'm just not gonna allow you to try to backdoor. Okay, I'm just not. All right. I'm just not. You're gonna watch it like like the fucking mark that you are. Okay, it doesn't matter when you watch it. You're still gonna watch it. So stop saying that you're not gonna watch it because I know you're gonna watch it because you can't help yourself.
You're right. It'll be like Tuesday afternoon. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right.
Yeah, and you'll feel so much better about yourself because you didn't watch it live on Saturday night or Saturday
We're live
afternoon.
on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, miss me with this shit. All right, I just
Friday at 7 p.m.
we do this. We do this song and dance twice a year now. Okay, and then you come in here Monday with like all these great takes on a show that you didn't watch.
It's got me figured out.
Maybe our audience buys that happy horse shit, but you know who doesn't?
You
The
don't.
guy that's known you for 33 years. Okay, we're not doing this.
All right. Well, but still, I don't know. I got nothing. Nah, we'll see because I'm probably definitely gonna watch that.
Yeah, I know you are. And so I think that it's interesting because we're getting the match that we wanted, CM Punk versus John Cena, and it should be good. I don't think it'll be a slop fest. I think that those guys have such a great history, such a rich history with one another.
I'm not sure that CM Punk's not gonna win.
I was just getting ready to ask you.
I'm not
It
sure.
makes it hard to think that CM Punk's not going to win, right?
Like,
and does Seth cash in immediately afterwards?
Yeah. I feel like if they're gonna do that, it's got to go that way. Because then you can have Seth being like, "I saved wrestling," but also like, "Suck my dick." Like he could be just terrible, and like he'll be terrible. Particularly like the internet wrestling community will hate him so much about that. They'll bleed and see because it was like they dislike him and they dislike the Cena run, but like he stopped it. And they're just it's gonna be too much, but it's just gonna make them watch and throw up at the same time. You know what I mean? And it's like that's pro wrestling. Like he will have made that group of people like wretch and like it's gonna make them sick physically, and like, but isn't that the reaction you want as a heel? Like, I want to make half the audience throw up in disgust that I even want a match like clean or whatever, or like, with my weird dumb stipulation or whatever it is. Like you want people to be sick to their stomach because of it. Like, it's just like the way Pittsburgh feels after the Steelers lose a Super Bowl.
Oh God, that's painful.
Right? You even went bleh. Like you kind of like that's the feeling that like I feel like everybody would get if CM Punk wins it, Blood Money.
Friend of the show, Pat Martin, wouldn't know what it's like to watch his team win a Super Bowl, and he probably never will. So he probably isn't very familiar with what that's like. So
I can remember where I was sitting when both those Super Bowl losses happened.
Yeah, I was at 109 Beacon Drive whenever Neil O'Donnell threw fucking like 37 interceptions.
That was pretty terrible.
Yeah,
I feel like he did that on purpose.
A lot of people, a lot of us Yinzers do. So, I do though. I agree with you. It's really hard pressed for me to believe that CM Punk's not going to beat John Cena. I just don't. I don't. I don't know that we live in a world where Cena or Punk finally gets his WWE title match and he doesn't win it.
Right. And then that's immediately like snuffed out. Because like I feel like that's even more like apropos of all of this, right?
And then that has WrestleMania legs,
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
Rollins and Punk WrestleMania again for the championship later on. Like that's got Vegas legs.
Even if you don't do it immediately, like you send the Saudi fans home happy. Let's say you do it, hell, even a month later. Like
Oh,
after
so we're content to send the Saudi fans home happy?
no, but I
You're a
do.
mark.
Oh,
You
here
just
we go.
you
Oh
fucking
boy.
mark. I
I'm
can't.
just
You walked right into that.
I'm just saying that like even if they let him hold on to it for a week, like
They're not going to just let him hold on to it for a week. They're going to Damian Priest him.
I hope they do. Like that would honestly be better. But in front of a non-US crowd, I'm just thinking in the back of my head now, like I don't know that that's what they're going.
I don't know that the world titles ever changed hands outside of the United States. Canada, outside of North America, I don't know that the world championships ever changed hands. And then does John Cena see the error of his ways and we get the babyface run to the end of the year?
See, I feel like that's the easy way out, and maybe.
Yeah. So that's why I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that CM Punk could win, even though I think that he's going to win. But big part of me is just like, he can't win because then all of this work that you did with John Cena, like he's got to lose it in his last appearance. He has to. It's the only way any of this makes sense.
Yeah. And almost in like the fashion of I'm here to leave, I'm here, and maybe even Seth Rollins is a face by then. Maybe he turns face. Who knows what happens? It's a long time.
I'm gonna tell you what, the Seth Riders are not turning face anytime soon.
That's probably pretty fair.
They're really the Seth Riders now because they've got the briefcase and they've got the walking, talking little extra piece, and then Seth Riders. Trademark it.
Seth Rollins. Have they even given them? They haven't even given themselves a real name yet.
No, I don't think they need to either. Like, why do we got to fall into that trap of being?
I don't know. I think that's why they haven't. But like, also like because you can sell T-shirts, and that's usually why. But maybe all those guys are
Give me a
selling.
Bronson Reed T-shirt.
Yeah, like I said, maybe those guys are just.
Let me get an Unpredictable Badass T-shirt.
Really, I hate that unpredictable badass.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I hate that.
So,
like, literally anything unpredictable and badass don't go together. Just pick other things. Dipshit badass, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, okay. Don't be disrespectful. You've done very well. You've not been disrespectful at all today.
No, I haven't.
Except when you lied to me and said you weren't gonna watch Crown or Blood Money.
Like I said, I'm not.
Because strangely enough, Crown Jewel is in Perth, Australia this year.
Yeah. Are they going to defend those titles? They left Saudi Arabia.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, are we ever going to see those again?
I don't know.
We haven't been told, so maybe not.
I don't.
Those were the Crown Jewel champions, right? Those were the Crown Jewel titles.
Yeah.
Now it's in Perth.
Yeah, I don't know.
What is Perth the Crown Jewel of? They don't even have kings down there.
I don't.
Princes.
No
crowns.
I don't have answers to your questions.
Doesn't make fucking sense.
Well, Uncle Dave would agree with you, but I mean, so are you now Uncle? Or I can't say that. Oh, I caught myself. Whew, it's close. That was close.
I have yelled at my nieces and nephews about that.
That was close.
You're right. And I've yelled at my nieces and nephews about that.
Man.
Good work.
I'm giving myself a little Barry Horowitz.
They've gotten a nope, we're not doing that. No. And then I get, all right, Uncle Tommy. I'm like, that's not me either.
Yeah. Hey, if you're still hanging out with us, man, we appreciate you. If you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up button. Maybe even consider subscribing. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Anywho, I know that we wanted that to be the thing, like, the main event, but I was sitting here scrolling the old Instabook, and
I love it.
this thing came up, and I wanted to talk about it earlier in the show. Pat McAfee's been absent the last couple of weeks.
He was certainly this Monday. I feel like he was on last Monday.
He was not on last Monday.
Oh, okay. So it's been 2 weeks.
And there's plenty of rumors and innuendos circulating the intranet that WWE had played some unsavory videos of Pat McAfee, and I don't know what they were. That kind of pissed Pat off, and he may just be done with WWE.
I don't know. I didn't hear that, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They haven't explained why Pat wasn't there. They just said Pat wasn't there. But we had Graves on Monday.
Who killed it, by the way.
He did. Who did we have Monday? We had
Wade Barrett was there the week before.
Yeah. Wade Barrett was there the week before. And then we had Graves. Graves killed it. Honestly, I kind of thought commentary was very good on Monday. I like Pat. I'm a
because it was good. Commentary was very good on Monday.
I'm a guy who likes Pat McAfee, but I do think. Oh yeah, she's back there. Anyway, no, that's just Penny.
Oh,
Chupacabra is not in here right now. But anyway, so I like Pat, but like I feel like since he came back, it's been a little too buddy, a little too like it's not didn't have the same dynamic as their
sure isn't.
They needed like a third person in the booth to like add in a little bit of in between because they're just a little too friendly, you know.
Well, it's because fucking cringy Cole is just like wanting to like have,
yes,
you know.
And you're right, and I feel like it's not that like Pat was better or worse. Pat was still Pat, but it was Michael Cole was worse, and
while still being great somehow. I just don't.
Right, like he would fall back into being great, and then just like between matches, it would be like, what the fuck are you what are you fucking saying? And there were a few wrestlers that he was just over the top, like JR was with Triple H. Like,
my God,
you son of a bitch, tell me why. Like let's.
They don't call him the Cerebral Assassin for nothing. Ah, my God.
Yeah, like let's tone it down like a little bit, like. And I feel like Graves sort of like for whatever reason, like, or even Wade Barrett, like it just doesn't happen as much. So I don't know. That's my like 2 cents on the whole matter. But yeah, I'm not upset that Pat was gone. I'm liking it. I hope there's nothing nefarious about it. I hope it's just he's busy or whatever. Because like I do like him. I think it's good to have him around. And I think he's an asset on commentary, but I think he would be better as sort of a 3-man booth. And if he only worked, what are there 52 Monday Night Raws a year? If he only worked 30 of them or 28 of them, I think that would be better for everybody.
Oh, man, you are just full on D1 hater. Like you can't.
You can do
that. Yeah, that's like the third time I've had it up here this show. You just can't help yourself that you're just a D1 hater. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Guess we'll just have to keep that in the forefront of our ocular devices that allow us to see that Bailey has.
Watch him just be back on Monday.
Yeah, that could very well be. Maybe he just took a vacation with his lovely wife and lovely daughter, and but he definitely didn't take a vacation because the Pat McAfee show has been live every single day. So there's that. So I don't know. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. Wait and see. So yeah, Crown Jewel, CM Punk versus well, it's not Crown Jewel, whatever Blood Money is going to be called this go around
Night of
here.
Champions is what it is.
Oh, it is Night of Champions,
Yeah.
which will be fun too.
As a point that it's fun when WWE has this like King of the Ring tournament, Queen of the Ring tournament. I think that like it really, especially when they do the qualifying matches, is like, well, it's a fatal 4-way, and it's like, well, this never works for anybody until it's part of a tournament, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, we're all reaching for a goal, and that's why we can punch each other in the face, and it's like, oh, well, that's great, because generally these don't fucking work. Because
Wow.
it's like, why wouldn't you just have a tag team match? There's no reason for 4 people to hate each other at the same time enough to punch each other in the face and make all of that work. But if it's part of a tournament, hey, I'm punching you in the face so I can be king of the ring or queen of the ring. Fantastic. And I love it.
All right, sir. Well, there just appears to be one last little piece of business, and that would be the internet world famous One Fall WrestleCast match of the week. Tom, what's your match of the week, bud?
My match of the week is the women's qualifier for the Queen of the Ring, Charlotte Flair versus Alba Fire versus Alexa Bliss versus Candice LeRae. And I'm going to explain to you why here. So, like I was saying before we got into this, I like it. Look at that. Like I was saying before we got into this, it makes sense in a Queen of the Ring qualifier match to have a fatal 4-way, because you could put an Alexa Bliss and a Charlotte Flair and a Candice LeRae and an Alba Fire all in a match together, and it's for something. Although none of those women at the moment have anything serious going on betwixt the 4 of them. But now they're in competition, and there's no reason they should like each other either, by the way. But now they're in competition to win the Queen of the Ring, which is a very prestigious title, which then gets you a main event, top tier world title shot. And so it makes sense that all of them want to fight for it. Charlotte clearly is a prodigy. Woo, yeah. Alexa Bliss has been hungry for a title and been very integral, despite not getting much TV time or any talking time. She's been a fan favorite, getting some of the biggest pops of any night she shows up. Alba Fire, wildly underutilized, but very, very solid in the ring. Makes sense as to why she would want to be Queen of the Ring, but clearly there to sort of eat a pin or something. And then Candice LeRae, same thing, a little more legitimate and longer told story, longer history on the main roster than Alba Fire, but at the same time, not somebody who's going to be winning and qualifying and moving forward with the Queen of the Ring match. Now, the match itself was great. I feel like all 4 women really worked well together. This is probably the best match Charlotte has had on an individual level since she's been back from that knee injury, which is good to see. I'm a Charlotte fan. I want Charlotte to do good things. I just don't necessarily need her to be a world champion right now. I feel like she's sort of falling into sort of a Randy Orton level kind of role, where like she should be able to come out, be in big time stuff, but also, not really win a world title out of it. And I think that makes sense. But her being in a Queen of the Ring match makes a lot of sense. And I really, really loved the finish of this match, because the finish of this match is Charlotte Flair gets Alba Fire into a figure 8, and Alba is fucking selling it like crazy. She is, oh my God, my legs are coming off. I am dying. However, Alexa Bliss hits a Sister Abigail onto Candice LeRae and is pinning her. And as the ref counts 1, 2, 3, after 3, Alba Fire taps out. So not only was the whole match itself like just a good fatal four-way put together by four very good workers, it was the finish was like very like, okay, well, Alexa, and while Alexa was pinning her, she's staring daggers at Charlotte, who is upside down at that moment, given the
I'm
figure
not
eight.
quite sure how to help you with that.
Said the A word. And anyway, so the whole thing and the whole production of it and the whole ending of it was like, wow, they really came in and just tore the house down. So that's my match of the week, because it really, like, the end and where it ended and how it ended, I thought was very good, because obviously Charlotte and Alexa stop, have a semi-storied history together, maybe shorter than it ought to be. So I think adding to that legacy, in addition to, and at least sowing those seeds, really kind of makes it a match that sort of punches higher than its pay grade, and was booked better than maybe it deserved to be. But I think that was my match of the week.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a fun little finish, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. But however, only one of us can be right when it comes to match of the week. And the match of the week was absolutely Liv Morgan versus Kairi Sane on
Jesus
Monday
Christ.
Night Raw. What a quick little finish that was. Right after Liv Morgan said she wants to be the world champion again. And I think that that's just a little piece of poetic justice, perhaps. But in all reality, my match of the week was Ivy Nile versus Stephanie Vaquer versus Raquel Rodriguez and Asuka. Great to see Asuka back in the ring. I really, really like what Stephanie Vaquer has to offer. Obviously, Ivy Nile seems to be this like stout up and comer. And hopefully one day she will get a look, but as of right now, we're just still eating pins. And Raquel Rodriguez, continues to just be a stalwart in the women's division, despite her great success in NXT. She's just been a little bit underwhelming on the main roster. But Asuka was absolutely the right choice to win that match, and it
Her
was
debut back, by the way.
Yep. After 13 months, as Michael Cole so eloquently told us. So
Like 5 times.
yes. So good to have Asuka back. I really liked her new-ish presentation with the full kabuki mask and the all-black ring gear, and the full Kana face paint and coming down onto the chest and the body. Good to see Asuka back. Excited for what that is going to bring, and that was
Crowd popped real hard for it.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
that was actually the biggest pop of the night.
Absolutely.
Asuka's return was.
So, shout out to Asuka.
Glad to have her back.
Yeah,
Had the knee brace on and everything too.
ready to go on that.
Reconstructed.
So that was my match of the week. So, hey man, thanks for being here. Glad we could make it happen, throw it together, do all that thing. I appreciate that you remain flexible during times of.
This is all fun. This is all fun for me. I look forward to it. So,
for you remain flexible in times of uncertainty, as it results to my professional life. So I greatly, greatly appreciate that we are still able to make these things happen.
anytime.
Obviously, I hope you had a great Father's Day. It sounds like you did.
Same. We did. Had a great one.
And shout out to all the dads out there that, go to war every single day to provide a better life for their kids. And, we here at One Fall WrestleCast, we appreciate you.
Sure do.
Hashtag dad life. So, hey man, if you're still hanging out with us, man, we appreciate you. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. I feel like we've been doing this for a long time now. And for you and I, it's never been about the subscribers, and it's never been about the audience. Like, the folks that rock with us, and we appreciate when they're here. We appreciate when they're engaged. It's a lot of fun for us. But I feel like our subscribers have been growing the last couple of weeks.
Especially the audio folks. That's
Yeah.
really like kind of that's the sleeping giant, so to speak.
Yes, absolutely. So, we appreciate you audio folks. And if you're listening to us on Spotify specifically, or even Apple Podcast, man, go ahead and consider, subscribing to that, and, leaving a comment so that we can get those things. It would really help with, our push in the things that we're looking to achieve there, brother. So really looking forward to some things this week. We've got Becky Lynch and Bayley for the Women's Intercontinental Championship on Monday Night Raw.
We got vacations.
We've got vacations, which I am just so extremely ready to just be half naked on a beach with a beer in my hand, watching my kids hopefully not get eaten by sharks. And yeah, life's good. Life is good.
I'm looking
So-
forward to being not responsible for a few days.
Yeah.
I was just told I'm already responsible, so I'm screwed anyway. It's
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
That's her opinion. She's allowed to have it. So, but there's that. So, hey man, check us out over on Twitter and Instagram at @1_fall WC. That's ONE. And as always, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week, but we won't, because we're on vacation. So we'll catch you in 2 weeks. Yeah. One Fall WrestleCast.
2 weeks.